Life is really all about what you know and who you know. And there is a great opportunity to not only learn, but meet lots of interesting people through Creative Mornings.
Creative Mornings, that's a global organization with a chapter right here in Grand Rapids that meets once a month, bringing together interesting people, topics, and conversation, and it's all free. Derek Moore is the Community Outreach Coordinator in our area. Good morning.
Good morning,
Thanks
guys.
for being here. Creative Mornings.
Creative Mornings.
Okay, we were just discussing that we hadn't heard about this organization before. Can you tell us a little bit of history?
Totally, yeah. It's a global organization. They do monthly talks for creative folk, and they have a big ethos of everybody is creative. So you might get photographers or authors or cooks or all sorts of anything that's kind of a little bit unusual. Like if it took an unusual story to get to where you are, and they've got something good to say, there's someone that's like worthwhile of bringing up and listening to for sure.
Wonderful. And this is once a month, and the topics are actually all of them have the same topics, and you bring in local people.
They do, yeah.
Okay.
So it'd be a local speaker, but on a global topic. So like Rise was our January theme, and we brought someone who kind of like had a bit of a rough going for a mile or a minute, and kind of like rose out of like this like really rough situation to become like a business owner of multiple businesses kind of thing. So there's always like a little bit of a tie-in, yeah, globally to like, you know, all of these talks all around the world.
And who's attending? What are they taking from? Is this to you go to get inspiration?
Oh, totally, yeah. And it could be 50 people, it could be 300 people. There's so many different venues that we go to. There's never one certain place. Might be downtown, might be off in this like a suburb like Rockford or Cascade or something like that. But it's anyone that really wants that inspiration. You know, it's a good way to start your Friday. You know, kind of get some free coffee and mingle with other people all around the city, and it's a great kind of like boost to your day, and then you get to carry that into the next month when you go to the next one. You know.
I love that. I love it's a great way to start your day.
Totally.
Plus, you know, you're going to meet a lot of people because
totally.
You know, anyone can go.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about that and kind of the connections that are made.
For sure, yeah. I've certainly met a bunch of people through it. Like I joined purely because I loved going there. Like every month I'd look forward to it. Sometimes it does sell out early and you have to miss that month, you know, and it's just that bummer, and you just sit and hold on to it because like there's all these like fun people that you get to meet while you're there, and they're in a good mood, you're in a good mood kind of thing. I've definitely made some lasting connections from it, you know, like whether that's Instagram friends or people you collab on in a design project later. Lots of different connections to be made all over the place, you know, like could even be people that like are looking for other designers or writers or anything along those lines. There's all sorts that love to come to this thing.
I love it.
I'm getting some networking vibes here because there was a conference that I went to 20 years ago, back when I was in radio, and that one conference and who you knew and who you met pretty much defined the next 10 years for me. You can probably get that here too. Those connections that you get can really help.
Big time, yeah. Because there's people that you'll kind of recognize by name, where you'll have that like, oh, I've heard of your photography thing. Oh, I follow you already, or little things like that. Right. Where it is definitely not a who's who by any means, and it's not even that networking and that like you're bringing business cards and like, you know, chit-chatting about like work we could do in the future. It's kind of everyone's in like that little like it's 9, you know, it's been a long month, you know, and you're kind of tired. So it's a very relaxed level of networking. Nothing intense, no resumes, no handouts, no nothing like that.
That's my kind of networking.
Good, yeah, like sit back, drink some coffee, listen, and kind of hang out with some friends, and then
actually get to know someone.
Yeah,
right,
totally.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that. And so your next one coming up mid-March.
Mid-March,
and
March
it's going to be a big one because it really is the size of the venue dictates how many people get to go.
It really does.
Yeah.
Like the last one we did in February sold out in I think 3 minutes or less.
Oh my goodness.
Like it was, but that was a very small venue.
Okay.
This one we're looking at 300 seats. We have lots of people that are going to be able to fit, and it's a full video panel too. There's going to be a panelist. He's a guy that runs a podcast around town, and someone in the Film Society is already signed in, and 2 other filmmakers are in. There's still like a 4th spot where we're like hunting for that 4th person on the panel, but yeah, it'll be a nice little panel interview at the Wealthy Street Theater, you know. So yeah, you're just a good way. You're kind of like sitting in these like movie theater seats, drinking coffee, listening to some like stuff that's going on around Grand Rapids in the film scene. It's like, what more could you hope for on a Friday morning?
Surrounded by creatives.
Surrounded by creatives.
Yeah. All your people.
All the folk, the good people.
I love it. I love it. So people do need to pre-register then, obviously, to find out if they're able to get in or not. When do they open up? When can people go on, and how do they learn more about getting involved?
You on CreativeMornings.com. There's every city has their own thing. You register. It's a free registration. You'll get like the monthly email of like tickets are being released. It's always always released the week before.
Okay.
So it'd be, if you track back a week from March 15th, the tickets will go available. They're free. Just click register. It tells you if you got in or if it tells you you're on a waiting list. We should have a lot of spaces this time. Everyone should be able to get in.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all free. It's all free all the way down. There's no extra signups. There's no extra anything. It's just kind of come in, drink some coffee, and then register, and then you can come to the next one too. You know, we might
Perfect.
get some really cool venues in the future.
Love it. And no reason to feel insecure. You walk in and you're going to feel welcome no matter what.
Oh, entirely, yeah.
Yeah.
And you probably even recognize someone. Like, more than likely, you'll have someone like, oh, yeah, I remember you, and you haven't seen him in a minute, so you got someone to catch up with and drink some coffee and have some fun.
Well, here's one person you
I was going to
recognize.
say right here.
Look for me, yeah. I will be there. Like, and I will talk, for sure. I will absolutely be there to kind of, like, talk your ear off until you're kind of like, okay, yeah, I got to go listen now.
I love it. Love it.
You've been warned.
Thank you so much,
Sorry.
Derek. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. So every month, March 15th, the next one at the Wealthy Theater, 8:30 till about 9:10 a.m. CreativeMornings.com/cities/GR. Get on there, register, get the emails, and meet some people.
Yeah, fun hour to start your day. And speaking of the hour to start your day, that's our hour. We're all done.